Emergency subbing is kind of a lose-lose situation, both for the team, but more specifically for the player, in that they're at a very big disadvantage of synergy, first of all, with the main roster, and that it's not like a 6 or 7 man roster like SKT with Peanut and Blank, or with C9 with Impact and Ray, and that they get to spend 50% or 40% of scrim time with the main roster. It's that they have little to no scrim time with the main roster. And it's even compounded worse if you're an import, and that since you don't speak the native language that well, it's hard for the whole team to get you up to speed on what you need to do and what play style they would like to play, or even just to micromanage you during the game by saying, go, ward this, or we're going for this objective now, or go gank over here, or go over to this lane and clear that up. So all these factors are just compounded against you when you're an emergency sub. And if you play bad, it has massive repercussions, and that you may not get another opportunity because all these other teams are watching you in this professional match, as it may be your first time. And if other teams see you doing bad, they might not offer you a chance on their team. And then also the community may just roast you too. So you have all of this, and then if your team is doing bad, it's going to be very hard for you to look good on that team. And that League of Legends is a very team-oriented game, and it's not like Season 1 or 2 to where you could just snowball from your lane and then carry the rest of the team. But, I mean, some of these subs are used like that, right? They're used to revitalize a team, like Doublelift and Meteos for Team Liquid or for P1, and that they're brought in to teach a team kind of how to play that role and how a team should be run. And then you have players like Slushy who come in when another player, Golden Glue, is slumping. But generally, subs are rookies, right? And enemies can take advantage of this, and that they could just destroy you in the draft. If you're really good at Bard and Thresh, they could just ban those two out, and you have no one to play. Cough, cough, Matt. But generally, emergency subbing is done with little to no notice, right? It's someone getting injured, it's someone getting benched, or in the case of EDG, it's a family emergency with Mouse, and Cora 1 being brought in to go against the Rocks Tigers last year at Worlds. And you could see that Cora was basically taken advantage of the entire series. I mean, Peanut was constantly up there, or the entire Rocks team was constantly up there. So when you're an emergency sub, you're kind of at a very big disadvantage, and you're fighting against the odds of not only your own team, but the enemy team as well. And maybe it's just a better idea to become a starter for a lower team. Maybe you would have a better chance to shine on that team, and then, be picked up by a middle tier or top tier team. So basically, I just think emergency subbing is kind of a trap, and that you should only do it if it's your absolute last option to get on a professional team.